Hey everybody, and welcome back to FTB Sky Odyssey, episode, I believe it's 12? Should be, right? Look at that creepy guy. Yeah, I can see you. Looking at my butt. That guy, I can tell you something about that guy. I'm not gonna do it though.
Hello!
So we have more storage, as you can see. It's all vending upgrades, and you know the drill, right? So we have all the stuff. I told you last time, at the end of the episode, I was gonna craft pretty much everything that just requires crafting to complete quests. You know, craft stuff, to craft more stuff, to craft things into something, to turn one thing into another, and then to craft stuff with it. Yeah, all the things. As you can see, there's quite a bit of stuff in here. Storage upgrades, canola seeds, all the Certus stuff and processors for applied energistics, and then more refined canola seeds, and what else do we have here? All the flux-plated things. Redstone energy, flux stock, flux crystal, flux armor plating. Yeah, there's even Botania stuff up there. Did quite a few things, so wanna have a look at the quest book? 111 quests complete. Yeah, let's go through it. Most of the upgrades, we're still missing like the overclocker upgrade and the transformer upgrade from that mechanism, I believe. No, industrial craft. Well, that's pretty much the same. Other than that, this is done. Haven't done any chickens yet. Tools should be done except for the nano saber, because that was a little bit, yeah, that required stuff. All the stuff I have here on the left hand side is what's left to do. That's all. And there's stuff up here which we're going to do today. So for those of you who know the icons, you already know what we're going to do today. The rest, we'll find out later. There's all the storage stuff. Yeah, that's all done. Still stuff in here. Still need to do water mill and, yeah, solar array. 3 water wheels. I think I did 1. Did the kinetic dynamo, but not the water wheels. I did 1 of those. I should have done 3. Okay, well, stuff I still have to do, it seems. Tech expertise, most of the stuff except Ender IO and the UU meta stuff. We're gonna get into that anyway. That looks pretty good. I'm missing the spawner? Really? Well, that's easy to do. Yeah, there's still stuff, but you see that's not really difficult. Did some of the fluids. Still have to do the UU meta, the life essence, and the biodiesel, it seems. I did do the biodiesel.
Biodiesel.
I may not have hooked that up to one of those task screens yet, but I did do it. It's somewhere here. Like, look at all those tanks. Where could the biodiesel be? Right there. See? Creative tank with biodiesel. So yeah, we have that complete pretty much. I just need to hook it up. Okay, let's get back in here. What else? Armor mastery. Didn't do most of the armor. Just did the flux infused stuff. The rest, yeah, we're gonna get to that. Supremium, we need to do the agriculture stuff, all the seeds first. So we're going to get into that. Draconic stuff is done. And as you can see for the repeatable quest, the repeatable fluids, we're only missing the life essence. Yeah, well, let's complete all of them. Stuff. Thank you. How much money do we have now? 1.94 million. That didn't even do much. There's still stuff to complete. Do the rest. Hello. Doesn't want to do these automatically. Well, that's kind of neat. And these are the repeatable ones. There you go. More money. More money. 2.3 million. That's lovely. That's all done. Cool. So, today we're gonna get into... Oh, let's not close the quest book. We're gonna get into magic. We're gonna do blood magic. And I've already done the Hellfire Forge, because the Hellfire Forge is just, you know, some stone, some iron, some gold. So, yeah. I also laid out what the blood altar setup should look like, so it's up there. Couldn't find a spot for it. Let's go up there. Let's have a look. This is what we're gonna do. Everything that is stone right now is going to be replaced with rune blocks. We're gonna get into those. Everything else, well, I was trying to look for something that looked nice for a blood altar setup, and this Mobius fuel blocks, they just fit the theme. You don't need those at all. They are just fillers, so I don't fall down here all the time. We do need these pillars. There's some glowstone on top here, chiseled glowstone. I don't know if that works. You need glowstone caps on here. I don't know if it accepts the chiseled variety. We will have a look at that. But to get started with all of this, let's have an Elementium chestplate, why wouldn't we? Wow. Also got stuff that I don't really need. Let's put all of that into storage, why wouldn't we? Ring of Magnetizing, yeah, thank you very much. Cool. While Scott is completing stuff on his own, we are just gonna go and get started with blood magic. So, we need life essence, which is basically blood. For that we need a Hellfire Forge. We have that, we can put that away. We do need to get into some things here. Let's start with the rudimentary snare. That's how you start things. So we need some iron, some string, and some redstone. Let's do that in here. We should have all of that. And let's get a bunch. There you go. So what you do is you take these, you throw them at a mob. It starts particling. It's developing white particles, some bubbles. And as soon as that has those, you kill the mob to get a specific loot drop that you can only get this way, at least now that we start things. So we don't have mobs around here right now. I did set up a new mob farm. Want to have a look?
Yep.
Cool, let's go. To the nether!
And beyond.
Yeah, we should probably throw stuff while I look at it.
Well,
Yeah.
sure.
Beyond what?
Huh?
Right.
Last.
Okay, if you care to turn around.
Ooh, fancy.
I did some setup. It's loud here. Wait a minute.
Wow,
Let me. Where is it? Hostile creatures. Let's put them down to 2%. And even that's still loud, probably. But steady, it's okay. If I look that way, it's a little bit louder because I have Dolby Surround headset. Yeah, and they start annoying me already. So in there, this is a bit of a thing, right? In there is the same as we have in every other mob farm, which you can't really see right now, so we're gonna have to clear out some space here. Let's use this thing. Kill all things. There you can see, there's vector plates in there, there's cursed earth below that. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now these mobs, we're gonna use them, and we're gonna get our loot drops from them. I've already set up some chests here, so there is a crate over here. That storage crate has a filter on it to only pick up what we want. And then there is a trash chest here that picks up everything else and just voids it. There's also an absorption hopper that takes care of the fluid, which is the experience drops, and just puts it into a fluid trash can. We don't need to worry about it. The drops from the chest will go via conduit into this ender chest, which is on cyan, and you will figure out why it's cyan in a second. And that goes back to our blood altar, or where our blood altar is gonna be. They are taking damage in there because they are standing on wooden spikes. That drops them down to a heart or half a heart. So we don't have to do that much. It's quite nice. So let's shoot them. All of them. Let's see how many we can hit. And then we do this. And let's hope we got some. Let's look in our chest. Yeah, we did. Lovely. Demonic Will. So whenever you do this, whenever you hit them with the snares and you get the particle effects, you can have them drop a Demonic Will. And we need a number of them. Luckily, technically, we only need one. Due to our lovely little system. Also, whenever this gets too much in there, I have a mechanical user here that has an Archangel Smite Ring and a Final Star and some speed upgrades in there, so I can just do this. And while that's doing that, I can actually stand here and just use the snares. See, I get more particle effects, so I should get more demonic will drops. And if that isn't fast enough, I can put more speed upgrades in there. I still have some somewhere. Definitely over here. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second. Okay, switch that off.
Yes.
That should have been good. Yeah, we have some. That's good. So if I hover over this, you can see there is a will quality attached to this, and that is something that we need. And they go from like 0.01 up to 5, I believe. Didn't get any good ones here, but at least they are mostly above 1. That's good. So let's go back home. It's allowed here. There we go. Teleported. See, whenever I teleport, I get this weird block where there's a pedestal here. I think that's the nether pedestal that's showing up in the overworld on the coordinates it would be. When I get onto this, I get stuck here. I have to fly out of this. If I leave rendering distance, like this way, that should have been enough, and come back. It should be gone. Floor should be intact again. No, it's still there. I didn't fly far enough away. Same happens to these tanks. They revert back to standard tanks, and the lasers stop showing up. So I just have to fly away and come back, and everything is good. It's a bit weird. Anyway, we now do have our demonic will should be up here. I have this chest set up over there. There you go. And now you figure out why it's cyan, right? If you look at the demonic will, yeah, that's cyan. So this setup I'm going to explain in a minute. I already took the liberty while I set up that filter and put a demonic will up in here, so we have unlimited amounts. And this is actually the best one I ever had, 4.91. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's put away all the stuff, because we don't need it right now. Cool, so what am I going to do first? We're going to take, that away, we don't need that anymore. I want to make a Sentient Sword. Now a Sentient Sword can do the same thing we just did with the snare, plus using a weapon. It's just you don't need to use the snare, you just use the sword. So to do that, you need an iron sword and a petty Tataric gem, and a demonic will, it seems. So, let's take care of the iron sword. Do we actually have swords in here? Probably not. I might have them in here though. There you go, iron sword. Let's get some of these. Let's get a stack. Oh, well, they don't stack. That could be a thing. There you go. And the good thing is, now that I pull them out of the vending upgraded drawer, they all have the same quality. It's a little bit cheaty. But then again, this whole modpack is cheaty, right?
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. So we do need to make a Tataric gem, I believe. So, is this the petty? Yeah, that's the petty. We need redstone, gold, some glass, and some blue, so lapis. Okay, let's get that. Redstone, gold, glass, not greenhouse glass, that's overkill, and lapis, as the French people would probably not say because they can actually pronounce their own language. This is going to be in the Hellfire Forge, and we do need some sort of will to actually craft that. So, luckily we have some, so let's go upstairs. I kind of regret putting all of that upstairs, but then again we're going to spend time up here, so it's well worth it. Hellfire Forge is over here somewhere. Lovely. Pretty weird crafting grid, but then again you just shift click everything in there, and then you just take a will and put it in here. And you see the crafting speed goes up, the crafting progress bar, and we should get, there you go, a petty Tataric gem. Will quality 0, contains raw will. Well, currently doesn't contain anything, but what you can do is, as long as you have this in your inventory, you can drop or kill a mob that drops a demonic will, pick it back up, and you see it's not in the inventory, it actually went in here. 3.91. Well, they have 4.91. Yeah, we just used one will in crafting that gem, that's why it's 3.91. So what have I set up over here? This is a bit of a thing. As you can see, we have an automatic precision dropper, which is hooked up to this ender chest, which has, technically, all our demonic wills in there. I'm going to keep one, though. And a redstone conduit that tells this thing to extract only when it receives the redstone signal. Like this. I've seen that faster. Alright, did I put speed upgrades in here? Probably not. I did. Well, if that's fully speed upgrade, then this thing sucks. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, well, we'll see. It's good enough. This drops the will on us, and the Tataric gem picks it up. It's lovely. Let's go and make the sword. We need... What exactly do we need for that sword? Where is it? There. We do need the Tataric gem to craft the sword, and then we need some kind of will to make it happen. Okay, so put the sword in here, put the Tataric gem in here, which we have kind of leveled up now with will, which was probably a bad idea. We could have made a new one real quick, but yeah. There you go, yeah, consumed that, and we now have a Sentient Sword and a little bit of demonic will. Lovely. So I'm going to make another Tataric gem, and I'm just going to put that into storage. Probably going to fill that up and then put it into storage. That sounds reasonable, right? So, lapis. You know what? You don't need to watch this. You've seen that already, so we'll be right back. And we're back in the nether, and as you can see, I have 2 sentient swords now. I just quickly, you know, as we do, stuck them into the drawer so we can pull them out whenever. I also made another Tataric gem. I filled that up with all the demonic wills that we had. Like, look at that. Lovely. And stuck that into a drawer, and now we can pull this one out completely filled up. Also, yeah, the background is flashing, that's because we're losing night vision right now. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this sword out. I just used that for testing and put this one in here. And I should look into my ender pouch. Grab the other speed upgrades. Put those in here. Take out this instant killing system and put another sword in here. So these are set up to work on entity. They do a left click as you left click with the sword, right? Upper left slot only, that's where it sits. They do have durability, so after 520 hits, they break, which is good because we do have them in the drawers. We can just grab new ones. I could fill this all up and put this to random slot, and then it would last 9 times as long. That will work if you want to automate this. And now we're just going to switch it up. Yeah, it's on. It's definitely on. The noise. I need a sound muffler on that one. Do I have a muffler? No, I don't have a muffler stored. But hey, that seems to be working. Yeah, we're getting demonic wells. Quite a few. Look at that crate.
Wow.
And back we are. Thorncraft, no, not Thorncraft, Blood Magic. Thorncraft 2 though, is something that you usually would need 3-4 episodes for. We're gonna try to speed through it as we just want to get the quest done. So next thing we're gonna do, now that we have all these lovely demonic wills, we're gonna put a blood altar on top here. So let's see if we can get that done. Blood altar is relatively easy. Come on, let me click. The only thing it needs is the demonic will. So let's take one out of here. Just doesn't matter which one. Usually you would look for one that has the least amount of will in there, because here you just craft it and use it up. There you go. Quest number 1. But since we don't have to worry, there you go, right there. And don't worry about the conduit underneath there. That's for later. Well, it's a blood altar, right? Doesn't really say much when you look at it. It just says blood altar. Alright. So, how does this all work? What do we need to do? This is a level 1 blood altar, just by itself. You can put that anywhere in the world and you have a level 1 blood altar. Next thing we need is to fill this with blood. For that, we need the sacrificial dagger, which is just some glass, gold, and iron. We should be able to do that. There you go. Come here. Come here. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, right. I've heard that one before.
Well, not from me, though. I usually tell you when I kill you. See? Right, so, we're just gonna right-click and hit ourselves. And as you can see, it fills up this blood altar. Didn't want to put that on there, though. It's okay. Don't right-click on the altar. Just right-click the air. And I should have a right-click macro here that does that pretty efficiently. It's loud, I know. Full. Didn't even take a bite out of me. That's because of our nanobot beacon downstairs. Yeah, that's red. Don't bath in blood.
Blood bath!
You're not Patrick Stewart. You know, have you looked at a picture of Patrick Stewart when he started Star Trek and like 1 or 2 days ago? They are pretty much the same.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't age.
Yeah, he definitely does bathe in the blood of the innocent. I can tell you that much. Is this draining a little bit? It looks weird. Anyway, what I'm trying to do here, and that's what this lever is for, trying to see if this can be hooked up to a tank. Doesn't look like it per se. I might have to fiddle around with that one a little bit, because I wanted to basically automate this by hooking that up to a tank, slapping a creative upgrade on a tank, and then just pumping it back in. See if that works. If not, well, we're just going to do this. And annoy everybody because noise! I don't know what sound setting that is. I mean, honestly, if you look at my sound settings, no, that's video. Yeah, all the buttons. The only thing that I didn't move down is players. And if I do that, I can't hear the stuff I'm doing. I think that's one of those sounds, I would assume. Anyway, so we have blood now, which is lovely. We need a lot of that. What's the next thing we want to do? Well, technically we want to upgrade this to the next tier, and we want to make some stuff with the blood that is in there. So, first thing we want to do is get a piece of stone, I believe. Just some of it. One would be good for now. And we're just going to put that on here. And you can see particle effects. It's doing its thing. It will take a moment. It will drain some blood. And it will give us something. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. There you go, blank slate. What I use these for? A bunch of things, as you can see right here. You can make yourself a blood letters pack, which is basically a piece of chest armor that you wear, that will bring you down to half your health bar, while storing blood. And you can just right click that on the altar and put the blood supply into the altar. That's one thing. You can make these blank slates into reinforced slates if you have a tier 2 blood altar, which we don't. And you can also craft them into other stuff. The first thing you want to have is the Divination Stitcher, which requires us to have some redstone and a blank slate. And this thing, Arcane Ashes. Alright, well, let's have a look at that then. See what that is all about. Arcane Ashes. Stunned in the Hellfire Forge. Needs bone meal, redstone, gunpowder, and some coal. And a gem, or a demonic will. Yeah. Alright, what did I say? Charcoal? Do we have charcoal in here? Yes, we do. Gunpowder? Oh, I actually have gunpowder in the system. That's interesting. What else was it? Can't remember. Bone meal, redstone. Pretty basic. That's bone meal. And some redstone. There you go. Where is my stuff? Over here. Give me one of these. Let me put that in here, and that should work. Ooh, there you go. One of them. Yeah, you don't need to make more. We just, we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna go downstairs. Fast way is still falling. Where are we? Over here. Let's put it in there, and just one is enough right now, I think. Yeah. So with this, we're going to use it over here. We're just going to click it on the ground. It gives you this lovely little I'm about to do magic circle. That's quite cool. It should have taken a bit of a durability hit, but we do have this repair charm, the repair talisman, so that's already repaired again. Yeah, it's a thing. If it wasn't cheaty enough, I mean, we can always make it cheatier. I do have redstone on me. What am I doing? So I'm going to right-click the redstone on there. It's going to do that. Looking good, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to take our blank slate, which we just made, and still haven't put into storage because dork. Now we're going to take it. And we just right-click that on there. Watch the magic happen, quite literally. It's cool, right?
Uh-huh.
I love that. That is really cool. And now I have a Divination Stitcher. When you right click with that in the air, not on Scott, it tells you that I have currently 0 life points stored in my life point or blood network. But if I hold this and look at the blood altar, first of all, it tells me it's a tier 1 up there in the top left corner. And it tells me there's 9,120 millibuckets of blood in here. That's what you need this for. Yes. So, let's upgrade this to a tier 2, shall we? Because eventually we're going to get through all of this. Let's have a look at the quests, see where we are. We do need a speed rune, yeah, we're going to get into that. Instance altar, not really that interested. Another rune, more stuff. Master Ritual Stone, Archmage Blood Orb, Blood Tank tier 10, and an Ethereal Slate. Yeah, we don't really need to have the highest tier altar, but we do need it eventually to get these things built, I believe. So, yeah, we're going to do it. Alright, so what's the thing we need to do to upgrade this blood altar to the next level? Let's have a look. Blood altar. It's right up there. Also, the more often I say blood, the more this video gets demonetized. It's just the way it is. Okay, how do we... Where is it? Quests, aspects, no. Painting machine, no. That all requires to have a tier 2. I think... where is it? I think this is the first thing we need to do. Get a diamond and make a weak blood orb. Well, let's do that. Not that we have to do it in this order, but I do want to have this done eventually anyway. So, put that in there, drain some blood. And you can see the blood draining when you hold the Divination Stitcher and look in the top left. Yup. Good. And then we need to get into blank runes, because that is what we need to upgrade. So we need more blank slates, we do need at least a weak blood orb, and we need stone. any stone. Lovely. And once we have one of those, you know, we're just going to put them into the upgraded drawers. Grab more. One of the things you need to be aware of is if you run out of blood while this is crafting, it will stop. You have to start again. It's a bit of a thing. So you might have crafts that need, I don't know, 20 buckets, and you can only have 10 in here, so you will have to do this while this is crafting. It's a bit of a thing because you really can't auto-craft it that way. Well, you can eventually. There you go. Weak blood orb. This is linked to my blood network and does stuff. I believe when I now go and kill something, I do get blood, life essence, life points, whatever it is, and they are going to be stored in this orb, and eventually I can put them back into the altar whenever I need it, which is quite nice. Anyway, we have this now, and as I said, we're going to go and make some of these here. So, blank slates, blood orb, and chiseled stone. I don't know if that uses up the orb. I haven't done that in a while, so we're going to put the orb away real quick, as we do with all things that are fun. There you go, just grab one, grab a bunch of these slates, why wouldn't we? And then get into crafting. Here we go, all of that. Oh yeah, this is connected to that network, so I didn't even need to get the slates, because, you know, as you can see, I can craft all the things. Also, give me that back. Arcane Ashes, I put in there, right? Yeah, I did put in there, so I'm going to put those away right now. That we don't need. Redstone. This I want to keep, I don't need that. Everything is where it shouldn't be. I hate it. When you press R at the wrong moment, it's lovely. Right, there we go. I did want to put an elevator here so badly. It's just that the elevator up here is out of range. It's only 20 blocks, I believe. So, yeah.
I can't take it out. You have to.
I have to what?
Take the orb out. I can't take it out.
Just right click.
I was. It wouldn't let me.
There you go.
Thank you.
I killed the lever that was on here. Oh, okay, that's cool.
I don't need to do that. Do that right here.
Okay, you go here. Lever goes back on. Not that we need it right now. It's not working anyway. But you can see the tank setup I have here. And that should give us Tier 2. There you go. That's upgraded. That's all you needed to do. 8 runes, upgraded. Now for the next tier, you need to go 2 out, 1 down, as you can see. Just don't count the Möbius fuel blocks. It's just the polished stone. And then you need to have these cornerstones set up. Again, these just need to be any kind of block. Vanilla works definitely. I don't know if these work, because they are modded. We will see. And on top, you need to have glowstone. I don't know if the chiseled variety works. We will figure that out. For now, let's just do that. And that should have got rid of all of them. And we're just going to put some blank runes here. You can upgrade these runes. As you've seen in the quest, there are different runes. Speed runes, capacity runes, and whatnot. Not going to bother. Unless we have to for a quest. I'm not going to bother. And it's tier 3. That actually worked. Lovely. These can't be air blocks. It needs to be some kind of solid block. So slabs and stairs probably don't work. Glass probably doesn't. It needs to be a full block. But this did work. We have a tier 3 blood altar now. Cool, so I'm going to do the same with the rest of the polished stone, which won't upgrade any further because we're still missing the capstones that go on these pillars on the outside here. So we're at tier 3, this will be tier 4. The tier 5 is already set up, it just needs a beacon. You don't need to do anything with that beacon, it just needs to sit here. You know, the beam needs to be active, that's all. The smallest beacon you can make, really. And then there's another one that requires a capstone here for the level 6 altar. So, be right back. The Inspectoris Scandalum. It's just a book that you place on the blood altar. That's all there is to it. You shift right click on this, and it tells you the next tier of blood altar is missing a large bloodstone brick at coordinates whatever. That's basically on top of these pillars, right? So we need bloodstone brick, this right here, which is made from large bloodstone targets. So far so good. And this is made from stone and a weak blood shard. Yes, so we need to get those. For those, we need to make a bound blade, which is one of these lovely little magical crafts. So let's go downstairs. Because we need to go there anyway, we need to kill things. Boop. Do we still? No, we don't have. So let's grab one. Put this down here again. Lovely. Insta repaired. Cool. You might also wonder why this dagger is glowing. If you move around, this thing starts glowing. If you right click, then it will basically drain all your health. Except for one heart. So that's instant refill for the blood altar upstairs. It's really good. So, how to make this? We need this. This is redstone, glowstone, gold nugget, gunpowder. Can do. Give me one of... where? One of these. 1.0 should be enough, I hope. Didn't even check the requirements. Nope, it's not enough, as you can see. It's not working. So what do we actually need to make this? We need will quality there. Minimum 400 will, drained 10. Hello. So whatever you put in here needs to have a capacity of 400. There needs to be 400 in there, and 10 will be taken out. So as you can see, that needs to that requires us to upgrade our gems to a higher tier. Okay, well, I guess we're doing that first. Look at the Tataric. Which one will have enough capacity? It doesn't say? No, it doesn't say. That would be too easy. What's it using here? It's all Tataric. That's easy. Common. Common is the first one. Lesser, common. That one. Needs an Imbued Slate. We need to make that anyway. This is easy to do. Well, it took a bit of crafting, but nothing serious. So, this is all set up. We do have a common Tataric gem, which is filled up with 1024 will. So this should now be enough. Freaking finally, to make this binding reagent. Yes, please. And it didn't really use that much. Also put down this travel anchor from Ender.io, which is really nice. Once you stand on there, you can see all the other travel anchors in range. Then you just crouch. If you've seen Stone Block, you've seen us overuse these quite a bit. Alright, so this goes in there, back out, put it in there. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, and then that. Oh, you're missing things. Oh wow, that actually does things. Ooh. Yikes. Do I want to stand too close to that? There you go. Bound blade. Don't know if we need more of those, but you know. Do you have EMC? No, so, well, there you go. Bound blade. All of them. Back to... can't fly. There you go. Back to here. Lovely. And it seems like killing those mobs has just completed the quest water wheel. It's lovely. It's cool.
What?
It's not you, it's me! It's all me! I killed those mobs and all of a sudden, BAM! Watermill.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing again. Freaking block.
Yeah, it's back for me too.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna put this... I have that over there. Also, the easiest way to get these gems filled up that I have figured out is just stand here. And then, you know, left click all the time until your inventory fills up. And once it fills up, it just drops on the ground. And this is definitely the fastest way I'd have them drop on you. Look at that. Well, it's full already, so it can't go anywhere. But this is how it works. Put the rest back in there, please. Lovely. Right, why did we want to do this? Because we want to upgrade stuff. So, since we're here, let's see. We want to do this bloodstone break, which needs stone and weak blood stuff, which is what we just put in there, right? So we should be able to just go in here and say, give me. Haha. Lovely. These don't have EMC, of course they don't. So that's the next thing we're going to do. And probably, as we do with all the things that we might need again, I'm just going to put them in here for safekeeping. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And go back upstairs. See, that's so much faster. One here. No, that's the wrong one actually. We're not at that level yet. One here. One here. There. And there. And that should give us a tier 5. There you go. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Tier 5, why? Well, because we already have the beacon set up. So we just skipped from tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. We just did tier 4 and that immediately gave us tier 5. So all we need is the caps on these now to get to the highest level. Okay, well, it does seem like there is no tier 6, at least not in this version. I know that there is, technically, but that might have been a Minecraft version or mod version ago or two. Yeah, so tier 5 is the best we can have. I did replace most of these runes, at least the inner circuits here, those two, the middle circuits, if you will. That's the inner one, that's the outer one. With capacity runes, pretty easy to make. It's just that, it needs an imbued slate, which is basically your blank slate that you put in here. It turns into a reinforced slate, and then it turns into an imbued slate, so you just leave it there for 2 cycles. And that gave us 106,000 millibuckets worth of blood in here as capacity instead of the 10,000 we had. And we needed 80,000 to do this. This is the Archmage Blood Orb, which is one of the quests. Yeah. Cool. So that is needed for some of the things we're going to do. We need the speed rune. Blank slate, that's easy to do. We should probably be able to do that right now. Quest, thanks. Augmented capacity rune. So we do have these already. I don't have the demonic slates yet, but as you can see, we need either the master or the Archmage Blood Orb. We have the Archmage one, that's pretty good. So let's head downstairs really quick, and I still think falling is the nicest way of getting down. We're gonna put... oh, there's a freaking block there. We're gonna put that in here. Lovely. There's the Imbued Slate. So, let's see, what do we need to do to get this one? Rune of capacity we have, it's basically just the demonic slate, which is the Imbued Slate 1 cycle further. Alright, let's do that. Let's get the Imbued one. That's you, right? Yes, it's you. And just shove it in there. And I probably need to do this again. I didn't even check how much that needed. Let's just do it a couple times. This seems to be draining, even though there's nothing in there, or even when there's nothing in there. Right now there is something in there, right? Now, come on, there you go. Prick. Oh, now it's stuck. I can prick as much as I want. Look at that. I broke it. Oh, the server's crashing. That could also be a thing. You never know. It fills up though. That's cool. You can speed this up using time in a bottle. Oh, never mind. Just completed. Just turned yellow. There you go. Demonic Slate. If, or in the event that we need more of those, I'm just quickly gonna do this, right? As usual. Okay. Now that we have that available in mass quantities, we can do these as many as we want. Lovely. I'm gonna put those straight back into the system. Don't need them. Don't need you either. Thank you. Okay, knocked out, knocked out. Lovely. Demon Crucible, Diamond, Lapis, Cauldron, Chiseled Stone, and yeah, 100. Easy. Master Ritual Stone. Needs a Ritual Stone, it seems. How do I get a Ritual Stone? Reinforced Slate, Obsidian. Don't have Reinforced Slate in the system yet. I kind of skipped over that one. Alright, we have a fast way up. Okay, let's do that real quick. 1 cycle, please. There should be enough in here now. Yeah, definitely. That's a tier 1 transformation. Or tier 2 maybe, so that shouldn't take that long. You can see it's still red, purplish in the middle. That should turn something else whenever that's done. There you go. Boop. And back down. There you go. So now that that is done, this, have it. Now this, since we're gonna use it, yeah, you know the drill by now, right? Up in there. Don't even need to put that in my inventory since we use it straight out of here. Done. And go away. Quest cleared. Now this will take some time because it's upgrading through the different tiers, as you can see. It's just always one tier more. So let's get to the tier 1. How do you do that? You do it like this. And yeah, you need 2 of those, and then these become 1 tier 2, so you technically need to go through here, like you have a tier 16 that needs 2 15, needs 4 14, needs 8 13, needs, what is 8 times 4? 32 12s. Yes, so I'm gonna do that off cam, that's just, you know the pain, right? A thorough slate, just take it in one slate, put it in there, leave it there until you're done. That was, wow. 30,000. I read 90 there for a second. Nope. This is what you do. Boop. This again. Oh, it unbroke. That's a pity. Also, I like how the mini prick is really noisy, but when you do the monster prick, the stab, it just no sound. It's lovely. Okay, 30,000 is definitely in there, so you should complete just on your own. And since that is the highest tier slate we can get, it shouldn't progress any further. Right, we have the blank, then the reinforced, then the imbued, then this one, and then the one after that. It's 5 tiers, yeah, sounds good. There you go. Put that in the system. I don't know if we're gonna do anything with blood magic once we're done with the quests. Probably not. But you never know, so it pays off to have that in there. Okay, that's done. Yeah, let's do this. Need a cauldron. Give me cauldron. Quick. That was some lapis, as usual. What else? Diamond and stone. Diamond. And stone. That should work. Let's go up here. Put all the stuff in there. Use this. Wait for it. Be happy about it. Done. So we could take these and put them into storage. Into vending storage, right? I don't think that is the best we can do. Because, if anything, we want this one. So why take the intermediary ones when we can have the highest one? What we could do, or what I could do off cam, is just do this. There you go. Right? Just make more of them. Yeah, that's probably worthwhile. Alright, one last, be right back, and then we should be through. And I have the tier 16 in my hand, and it's up there, as you can see. Tier 16. I basically just took one stack out of here, put that into the system, and then I said craft this, craft this, craft this, craft this, craft this. Wait, I only have one tank left. Put it back into the strongbox, take a stack out, put it back in here. Craft this, craft this, craft this, yeah. And when I reached tier 10, we completed that quest. I wanted to get up to tier 16, so we have that done. I don't know if we can put that upstairs. Let's give it a quick try here. Where's my things? There. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. I don't know if this needs to be attached directly to the altar or if we could just put it here. If we can use it this way, then that should work. I read in the book that there's an input tank and an output tank. I couldn't find them in the system, so yeah. No, this isn't doing anything. This should be draining now, but it isn't. So I would have to read up on that. It's not really that important. What's important is then we look in here and we see all of this is complete. That's the one Scott did for us. We did the rest together. That is your basic blood magic. All done. Thank you. Wait, did we just get pooped for that? Lovely. We got pooped at for using blood magic. The irony in that. Yes. Well, thank you everybody for watching. That's it for today. I'm going to complete some more of these quests that I've been doing. You know, the crafting things. The nifty little ones that nobody wants to watch. And then we're going to take care about the next major thing next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.